Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today, we gotta be starting up something new. It is What If Deku was Bendy? Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine. So, without further ado, let's jump in. This ought to be good. But, yeah. Jeez. What's with me? It's not even that late. Yeah, let's jump into it. So, let's see, how do we want to put this? I've had two options for Deku's backstory, and yeah, let's go with that one. So let's say Deku's dad had an artist quirk, and let's say, him and Inko couldn't have a child for some reason. For some random reason. So he went to a canvas. And no, yeah. He took out a sketchbook, pulled out a pen, and started to draw. And drew a little demon looking character. And Deku's father he never really tried it out if he could like bring his drawings to like legit life, like breathing, can talk, like he could create basically life. He never tested it out before. So he's like, first time for everything. So he kind of reaches his arm out, and with a lot of concentration, the Deku jumped from the page, from the page on into reality, and that is the way I'm gonna do this. So yeah, basically Deku looks like looks like the picture. He's got the little horns and he's got a tail. And basically his quirk, and I put quirk in quotes. Why did I say coats? I put quirk in quotes because they basically play because Deku's honestly made out of ink, because since he was drawn with a pen. So yeah. Yeah. So technically he's not like, ugh. Jeez. It's not even that late if I'm not correct. But he doesn't even have flesh. He doesn't need to eat. He's made, he's legit made of ink. He doesn't have to do much. So basically he plays his ink abilities as his quirk. And his power, named by his father, is Ink Demon, of course. So basically he could completely fully manipulate his body, and can even corrupt things with the touch of if Deku touches up something, like he could spread ink off of his body and onto like another living creature and basically corrupt him. Yeah, corrupt him. Basically turning them into one of those ink creatures from the games. I don't know what they're called, to be honest with you. And while Deku's growing up, not many people mess with him. Because you can never land a hit on him. Basically, Deku plays off that is the back shot. Ugh, what is it with me? I've never yawned this much. But yeah, anytime someone would try to mess with him, he would pull a trick. He would turn into this more goopish demon looking thing. Basically, he's putting the ink in Ink Demon. And he can also sorta teleport. He can basically turn. Yeah, basically he can teleport. Basically, it's a interesting form of teleportation. And the only way to actually defeat Deku is if you had to like break down every cell in his body, or he'll just regenerate. But yeah, when he's growing up, not many people mess with him, and if they do, well, they get scared away by his little demon trick. I don't know what to call it yet. Last day in middle school, teacher comes in with all the papers. So, what do you kids want to be when you graduate? Throws the papers up in the air. Blah, 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 blah. We all know how this goes. And, yeah, throws the papers up in the air. We all know you guys want to be heroes. And he's going through the list, and he sees that 2 people from this class are going to try out for the UA entrance exam. And Bakugo stands up. He's like, 2. He's like, and then the teacher reads off the list. Katsuki Bakugo and Izuku Midoriya. Like, his real name is Izuku Midoriya, but he goes by Bendy. Or Ink Demon, whatever. He doesn't really mind. Then everyone was gonna turn around to laugh at him. Then he gives him that look, the demon look. I don't know what to call it yet. I'll come up with something. Jesus. I'm not even that tired, and why am I yawning? But yeah, Bendy, and when I say Bendy, I mean Deku. But I'm just calling him Bendy because why not? He's walking home. He goes through the tunnel. He gets jumped by the sludge villain, and the sludge villain tries to take him over, but it doesn't work. What kind of happens? Ink kind of oozes off of Bendy and spreads to the sludge villain, slowly turning the sludge into ink. And then Bendy, more or less. Jeez, I'm not even that tired. Why am I yawning? What is wrong with me? Today, whatever. But, yeah. Basically, Bendy encases the sludge villain in ink and walks away. All Might gets there just to see the sludge villain compressed into a ball with the drops of ink everywhere. 10 months of training. Bendy doesn't really do much. More or less hangs around. Day of the entrance exam. He's walking up to UA. He doesn't trip. Yeah. So, written exam, he aces it. Now for the robots. Now for the physical exam, if I'm not correct. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And he's walking up to the gate. And he gets tapped on the shoulder. And when that happens, ink slowly spreads up this guy, up the guy's arm that just touched him. And it slowly starts to hurt. And hurt and hurt. Till Bendy, summons it back to him. And then just keeps walking, ignoring him. And yeah. Jeez. I'm not even that tired. Why am I yawning? Like, it's weird. But, President Mike starts the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Gates open. Bendy basically teleports in front of everyone. And he makes this completely unfair. He touches the ground and a giant wall of solid ink appears, blocking everyone off from the robots. He's like, I'm gonna win this either way. Oh, and if you guys have any suggestions for what Deku could do in this series, what powers he could have, because I can't think of much here. If you have any power suggestions for Deku, just put them in the comments. I'll look through them. But yeah. Then he starts taking out robots, slowly turning into his real form. And then and then once he feels like he has enough points, he lets down the wall of solid ink. Then everyone starts flooding in, finally. Bendy's just sitting on top of a building watching. So he sees the zero pointer and he hears a girl scream, and Bendy sees that she's about to get stepped on by the freaking zero pointer. Ooh, what's that? Whoa, that could have been bad. And he's like, we can't be having that now. So he turns. He sprouts wings. He sprouts inky demon wings and flies over there, swoops down just in time, and grabbed her rocket right before she was gonna get stepped on. Left her on top of the building, and then Bendy lands on the ground and retracts his wings, and he goes full demon mode on this dude. He starts to go larger and larger. He starts to form claws. His face, more, that doesn't even look like a face. It's like he grows in size. He sprouts gigantic wings. His horns grow 3 times the size. He gets bigger. He forms claws. His teeth turn razor sharp. And he flies at the thing, picking it up about 1,000 feet up into the air and drops it. Then he slowly turns back to his normal form. Buzzer sounds. He teleports home, and everyone's just in shock, like complete shock of what just happened. What? No, sorry about that. I almost dropped my phone, which would have been bad and ruined this entire recording. And I really don't want to do another recording of this video. But if you got any power suggestions for Bendy / Deku, put them in the comments. I'm always taking in suggestions. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.